Got me thinking you should save me before I dissipate, baby. I ain't never need love, but my shit be for you, baby.
Like, come on. The last track, he had that crazy belt that I shouted out. That note was beautiful. Those notes that we just heard, equally as beautiful, equally as good. This guy can sing. Hi, my name is Garrett. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Today we are talking about Kenji. Kenji is somebody that I really do not have anything to add to the conversation at the beginning of this video because I honestly just kind of found out about this guy a few days ago. And that was through the internet money mantra, which it's kind of basically like this high school that new artists go through. You have Ian Dior, you have even Juice WRLD. There's a bunch of people. You could go on a list and I'm blanking on a bunch. Ty Fontaine is another guy. A lot of artists that you love today have gone through that internet money house and have created some of the biggest hits with those guys. And as their careers have gone on to their own catapultization, if you will, like with Lil Tecca, Ransom was made in that internet money house. The rest of the music pretty much wasn't as directly tied into that. But the whole beginning of Tecca started with this guy, and I'm not sure if Kenji is going to have that same fruitful career ahead of him. But if he is, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the album that brings us to that point. This is by the name of Tears and Pistols. I do not know what it's even gonna sound like. I don't know what type of music this guy makes, but with one feature featuring Ty Fontaine and 10 tracks, 23 minutes in runtime, nevertheless, I think we are in for a very special treat. Again, thank you so much for tuning into this channel. If this is the first time you have tuned in live or on the VOD, I do hope today is the day that I earn your subscription. If not, let me know in the comment section below why you disliked it, and if you liked it, let's just talk about this album down there. I'll be chiming in as well. Thank you for tuning in, and let's jump into this album. This is Tears and Pistols, Kenji. Let's go. Track number 1, Hell.
Yeah, I hope these niggas die. Fuck all these niggas. To the end time. And that money big. Sippin' on crowns, took a bitch downtown. Daddy on go tryna fuck for the least. Bitch, we don't play, better watch your mouth. Yeah, watch the words around me. I'll get the fuck up off this P-I-L-L. Send a bitch nigga straight to H-E-L-L. Sippin' on crowns, took a bitch downtown. Daddy on go tryna fuck for the least.
See, that's been a trend. I'm sorry to stop the first song so in like the very beginning portion before it's even going, but that is something that I've seen a lot more in albums recently is people just start it and they just run and go. And there's like a point where it's like, well, where's the intro track? The intro track is dead. You have such little time to capture people's attention that if you're going to put a full interlude or some like fucking voicemail tape at the beginning of your album, like I'm going to skip it to get to the meat of it to understand why you want me to stick around. And this track Hell is just going. Like there's just like 10 seconds of do and then boom, 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 boom. He's in your face and ready to go. I like this energy, and if it's across the whole thing, like I'm saying, we're in for something special tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Sippin' on crowns, took a bitch downtown. Daddy on go tryna fuck for the least. Bitch, we don't play, better watch your mouth. Yeah, watch the words around me. I'll get the fuck up off this P-I-L-L. Send a bitch nigga straight to H-E-L-L. Sippin' on crowns, took a bitch downtown. Daddy on go tryna fuck for the least. Bitch, we don't play, better watch your mouth. Yeah, watch the words around me. I'll get the fuck up off this P-I-L-L. Send a bitch nigga straight to H-E-L-L. Getting booted with your bitch right now in the back of this brand new range. I been busy getting rich right now, bitch, I know you see me doing my thing. Fucking this bitch from the front and I'm smacking her face with like all of my chains. We so damn fight up, flying with the top down. Stacking this money, but I never change. All of this money go straight to my brain. Take a nigga head off his shoulders. And these baguettes look like boulders. Don't love these hoes, my heart polar. I think my ex made me colder. Sticking around. Hanging with the gang, smoking strong odor. Per by the pound, per by the pound. I don't got friends, nigga, I'm a loner. Bitch downtown, Lil Daddy on go tryna fuck for the least. Bitch, we don't play, better watch your mouth. Yeah, watch the words around me. I'll get the fuck up off this P-I-L-L. Send a bitch nigga straight to H-E-L-L. Sippin' on crowns, took a bitch downtown. Lil Daddy on go tryna fuck for the least. Bitch, we don't play, better watch your mouth. Yeah, watch the words around me. I'll get the fuck up off this P-I-L-L. Send a bitch nigga straight to H-E-L-L.
So that elongated, like, orchestral outro right there caught me off guard, because like I started the song off like they just started running with that first track, no stopping there. That is like the thing about these internet money, like whenever someone passes through, man, I'm telling you, it just crisps their sound. It's always this knit tight, melodic, airy kind of like hook where you're caught, man. You're caught in like that Hell, like that's just catchy, man. And all he's doing is just spelling the word hell. It really shouldn't be anything special, but yeah, man. We got Lenikin in the chat saying this is fucking fire. I agree, man. I agree. It is teetering in that overly pop, hip hop like kind of sense where it's very easy to listen to, and while I was just complimenting it, sometimes it can get a little shallow at times, so I hope we don't go down that route, but this is only one track in, so so far so good. Track number 2, Sing Her a Song. Let's go. Shout out to Snacks in the chat as well.
Yeah, I like the way she fuss, so I'ma sing her a song. I'm smoking super strong stereo, spin like 20 on this Supreme coat. I'm pouring up out of sipping on mine. I'm snacking on edibles, smoking on drugs. I'm thinking about what I can tell you right now that'll make you forget everything that you know. She fucking with a real one and she know it. I grabbed the rope around my neck and then I froze it. It's getting chilly in here. The chocolate like 58 bullets in there. I'm icy as fuck, yeah, I know I'm aware. Diamonds, they shining like lights of the fair. So tell me if you wanna go away right now. Got way too high when I woke up, I couldn't even recognize the ground. Hello, Kenji, like how are you doing today? I keep a Glock, I'll be cocky, but K. I'm ready for war with the ops today. Shit, I don't know much, so I ran away. Still with me now, and I swear that we never gon' fall. Smoking super strong when I touch down, finna take back off. I'm getting this money, my closet a flex. I ain't wanna fuck her, she threw me her neck. Got sick of my city and hopped on a jet. I'm feeling alone, need a sip of my stress.
So Snacks in the chat right now, and you just said just gets better and better. And I didn't hit that moment yet in the song where I was like, you know, the beginning was a little, it came on too strong with the melody. Like it came on too like, I'm going to prove I can sing on this track. And I was like, oh, cool it. Pump the brakes for a second, man. But no, you're right. The way he's navigating that beat and like singing from like his fucking crevices of his like pit of his stomach, man. I don't know. There was a lot of heart in that thing. And there was a part where he was like snacking on edible, smoking on dro or something. Like, and he said snacking, and it just fucked me up, dude. But shout out to Snacks in the chat. Maybe that's why. Snacking on edibles. Let's keep going. Sing Her Song is fire, dude.
So I'ma sing her a song. I'm smoking super strong stereo, spin like 20 on this Supreme coat. I'm pouring up out of sipping on mine. I'm snacking on edibles, smoking on drugs. I'm thinking about what I can tell you right now that'll make you forget everything that you know. She fucking with a real one and she know it. I grabbed the rope around my neck and then I froze it. It's getting chilly in here. The chocolate like 58 bullets in there. I'm icy as fuck, yeah, I know I'm aware. Diamonds, they shining like lights of the fair.
Damn. These like sentimental ass like outros are killing me, man. I'm not following. Both track 1 and track 2 did it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's so out of pocket because like it's not like the rest of the songs are so far like subdued in any category. But sing her a song, bro. Sing her a fucking song, bro. Like, are you kidding me? That was sick, man. Like there were so many like levels to how he was performing on that track, to where when you get in that like middle portion where he just belts out that note, it's like, oh, this is so earned. Like this is so earned. Like it's not a track where you're like, I'm gonna show the people I can sing, like I said at the beginning, and I was worried about it. But no, like there's a purpose there, and there's a message there, and like not only that, but like you can tell he like believes in it and he's hungry, bro. Like this guy's unsigned. I want to also throw that out there. Even though internet money was involved with the making of this album, this guy is unsigned as far as we're understanding. So if this is the hunger that we're getting on this album, 2 tracks in, and we're just going into track number 3, other than those like weird sentimental ass outros that like they're not bad. Again, it's beautiful piano playing. It definitely ties these songs together if you're gonna listen to the whole project as one like we are today. It's just weird if only you heard Singer a song and then you hear this weird piano outro. It's something that people would skip. I don't think they'd appreciate it, but with the album's context, I think we're gonna appreciate it. But I'm just counting that out there because that's something that I'm hearing and I wasn't expecting it. Track number 3, Save Me. Save Me. This is Dro Kenji. Let's go.
Perfect.
I think this is gonna be fire.
I'm feeling alone. Please tell me you care. I ain't feeling no love around me. Tell me you here. I can make us last forever. I got no fear. I can write your heart a letter. No one here. Save me before I dissipate, baby. All these thoughts done broke my heart. Don't you participate, baby. I know this AP look crazy. I can make it precipitate, baby. My neck like a river, no lazy. The cracking of the ceiling get lazy. I'm sorry I'm letting you down, but I got a bitch in the south. Sucker her sloppy when I'm in her mouth. She getting hiccups from scarfing it down. Breaking her bed and I'm kicking her out. Stop by your love, it's too hard to get out. I just put up on your bestie and she really with it, so I put my dick in her mouth. I just be playing, little baby, if anytime I need you, it will be now. I'm blinding a bitch if a nigga is hating out there, then I can't see him frown. I need to re-up on the loud. I wanna go take a little walk on the cloud. Them niggas right here, they was hating before, so I know that they hate when they hearing me now. You got me thinking you should save me before I dissipate, baby. My heart ain't never need love, but my shit be for you, baby.
Like, come on. The last track, he had that crazy belt that I shouted out. That note was beautiful. Those notes that we just heard, equally as beautiful, equally as good. This guy can sing, and I think it's like legitimate singing. Like I'm very impressed with his ability to just do it all and like make it super poppy in a sense, but also bringing it and dialing it back. Fuck, dude. Like, this guy's just a talented musician, as it seems. And I'm liking this. Snacks in the chat said that's kind of how they did it on the Leroy album. All the songs on that had violins at the end. Yeah, exactly. But with Leroy, it didn't feel as off-putting, is what I'm saying. As a first introduction to this guy, I'm not expecting violins at the cover, like looking at the guy on the cover holding the clock. Like, it complements the songs in a very weird, out of pocket way that I appreciate, because it's not something that like feels overdone. But if every album every week just has violins and keys and flutes at the end of the track, then we're gonna get old with it real quick. But yeah, back into Save Me.
No, you're too high. How could I think you would care? I'm high too, so our love must be fair. Save me, I'm feeling alone. Please tell me you care. I ain't feeling no love around me. Tell me you here. I can make us last forever. I got no fear. I can write your heart a letter. No one here. Save me before I dissipate, baby. All these thoughts done broke my heart. Don't you participate, baby. I know this AP look crazy. I can make it precipitate, baby. My neck like a river, no lazy. The cracking of the ceiling get lazy.
Like when he says, "Save me, baby," like Jesus Christ, bro, you feel it. Like you feel it. And that's the hardest hardest thing to come across on a project, especially if it's a project that you're hoping to get more eyes on your artistry. I'm not gonna say that this guy's just started making music. There's songs on YouTube. There's probably even past look at what do we got? Yeah, it's just like a couple singles though. Save Me seems to be the single, and that is a perfect choice of a single, I think, because it really shows you that this guy is here to make music and tell a story. And that's something that you don't necessarily get on every song that blows up on TikTok or everybody that goes viral off whatever. Like you can't pretend to have heart. It'll show eventually. Like if you're faking it too hard, bro, like we're going to hear it in your music, especially on your introductory album, especially on your debut album. You're not hiding from anything. Like you kind of just got to take it all on the chin. And, you know, that's why sophomore albums are so important, is because you either learn from the critics or you learn from the what people are saying or what people did or didn't like. You listen to your audience and you fine tune it. And sometimes you either get the greatest sophomore album ever, but sometimes if people have the greatest debut album, their second album isn't as good because they didn't try as hard. They thought they had just had the sauce. They just bleed the sauce. Like the effort's gone. The power's there. The heart is faked, you know what I mean? And it'll show every fucking time, man. Track number 4, Blowing You Down, featuring Ty Fontaine. Thank you for tuning in live if you are. Shout out to y'all.
I don't know, I'm lost. Like you're telling me where to go. I know you're gone, but I'm begging you not to go. And I love too hard, like way too hard. You trust a bitch with all your heart, and she gon' rip it apart. And I am off these drugs right now, higher than I ever been, and I don't wanna come down. I got OV in this bitch, for him I'm blowing you down. She can suck it super sloppy, might just give her a crown. Yeah, I don't want the little hoe, cause she been around the whole town. Like wow, wow, I'm lost in here. I'm lost in here. I will call it to my side, but I don't think she'll care. Who knows? I'ma send my mama 50 in a red rose. I tried to make a bitch my everything, and now I'm a to go. I know you're gone, but I'm begging you not to go. And I love too hard, like way too hard. You trust a bitch with all your heart, and she gon' rip it apart. And I am off these drugs right now, higher than I ever been, and I don't wanna come down. I got OV in this bitch, for him I'm blowing you down. She can suck it super sloppy, might just give her a crown. Yeah, I don't want the little hoe, cause she been around the whole town. Like wow, wow.
I don't want the little hoe, cause she been getting around. Flipped it like a burger, cause I'm in the mouth. Pass it to my brother, cause I can't take the time out. Charlie.
I've never talked about Ty Fontaine on this fucking channel, but every time I hear this guy go in, he's like the Swiss like army knife, bro. Like he's got a fucking screwdriver, he's got a fucking bottle opener, bro. He's got the wine bottle opener. He's got it all. Like he can do anything. And the way he navigates music, I just wanted to shout out and say I appreciate Ty Fontaine, and I hope more people do the same.
The intoxication and crashing and wild out. Switch on my voice, the city stay fly out. Don't make a river, cause I don't care what you cry about. And I couldn't lie, different bitches on standby. And I could leave with you, but you ain't taking mine. I don't know the cause. Hey, baby, I enjoy your flaw. Hey, even when you're wrong, you right. Such a toxic lie. Hey, you breathe, push away because you're spot.
And I love too hard. This bitch, for him I'm blowing you down. She can suck it super sloppy, might just give her a crown. Yeah, I don't want the little hoe, cause she been around the whole town. Like wow, wow.
Man, what the fuck, man? Like, I think it needs to be said before we carry forward. Like, there's a lot of this guy's music that sounds like R.I.P. Juice WRLD, and I think that is definitely something that you can hear, but it's not in the sense where I'm hearing a clone. It's in the sense that I haven't heard somebody navigate and like sing and just tackle tracks like this. I'm not saying this guy's freestyling, because that was like, Juice WRLD was a talent. Like if you watch that guy fucking freestyle, you could be there for 3 hours and he's still going without a break. Like, that guy's way of making music, from what you've seen in the videos online, it's very like once in a lifetime, in my opinion. Like, you don't see somebody who can do it that well. And I'm not saying that this guy's just freestyling off his ass, but the fact that he's able to like attack a beat like this and have it sing rap, I guess, whatever, I don't know how to actually word it, this fucking good, man. Like, we got Snacks in the chat saying he kind of sounds like Ian Dior and Juice combined, like early Ian Dior, and I agree. That is exactly like the nail on the coffin, and it's not surprising knowing that this is also coming from that same Internet Money camp, because that's where those two pretty much originated, more or less. But it's not a bad thing, and it's not a straight-up clone, but there is something to be said, and it would be foolish of me not to at least vocalize that. Going forward, this is the best Juice clone I've ever heard, in my opinion. I mean, Ian Dior is pretty fucking good too, but I like this guy's personality. I like this guy's hunger. I like the fact that this guy kind of has nothing to lose, and he's just saying, hey, look at me, because I'm going to make you look at me. And he's doing a damn good job, and the team up of him and Ty Fontaine on that was really well done. Ty Fontaine was doing this weird baby, like, Playboy Cardi voice, and I've heard that in other songs, like, before by him, and I'm not a fan of that, like, that particular Ty Fontaine. But in that beat, and with this whole hook and everything that Dro Kenji kind of just laid out for him, and those two are a team. I'm calling it now. Track number 5, Moving Forward. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Everybody in the chat. 100 Rounds, track number 5.
Oh, oh, oh. She's not around. No, she's not around.
Nick, you're stupid.
I'm sick of running through these thoughts. I got a wife, but she's not around. Come through with this chopper and this shit hard like 100 rounds. If we pop another perk, then me and her might go 100 rounds. I go crazy off these jiggers out of Europe, counting hella pounds. And I got clients, what you say, yeah. I told my slime he gon' spray him. Treat him like they were here, we gon' bake him. Blocks out, max up, we gon' broad day him. We gon' broad day him, we gon' cold case him. Put him on a t-shirt, we gon' put his face down. That boy like to talk a lot, but really wouldn't say nothing. If it's best of money, I'ma pull up with my gang, and I've been feeling alone. I'm in this Porsche with all my brothers, keep my hand on my chrome. They stick on me and I want every lot of thing, but you don't. I'm smoking super loud, I get high like I'm Cheech and Chong. And my name look like waterfall. It's all I see how she won't be my wifey, no. When she see me with them thoughts, I'm running through these thoughts. I got a wife, but she's not around. Come through with this chopper and this shit hard like 100 rounds. If we pop another perk, then me and her might go 100 rounds. I go crazy off these jiggers out of Europe, counting hella pounds. Super loud.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I got to hear that again. It like all interpolated into one and just flew back at us. That was cool. Like, we got to look up the production. I keep forgetting to do that on these. We got to look up the production. Need to.
Stick on me and I want every lot of thing, but you don't. I'm smoking super loud, I get high like I'm Cheech and Chong. And my name look like waterfall. It's all I see how she won't be my wifey, no.
Like, it's slowing down and just...
I'm running through these thoughts. I got a wife, but she's not around. Come through with this chopper and this shit hard like 100 rounds. If we pop another perk, then me and her might go 100 rounds. I go crazy off these jiggers out of Europe, counting hella pounds. Running through these thoughts. I got a wife, but she's not around. Come through with this chopper and this shit hard like 100 rounds. If we pop another perk, then me and her might go 100 rounds. I go crazy off these jiggers out of Europe, counting hella pounds. I got a horn, she sucking on dick and she going so crazy like damn wow. Back with a dick, it's in the clip, suppressing, I'm making a damn sound. Glock with a laser, shot like a taser. Lean, no chaser, higher than a spaceship. I fuck with a country bitch and she love doing dip. Ask the bitch if she can swim, cause all this water on my wrist. I'm getting faded with your bitch and we been sipping on this crystal. And all these diamonds on my wrist might fuck around and freeze my wrist off. A lot of missed calls.
Like, there was so much in there. Let's just take a step back and appreciate. He sped up his flow faster than we've heard on this whole project. Then he goes into this higher falsetto than we've heard on this whole project, all back to back. And I think he's about to rap back into the hook that I was already thinking about pausing this track to say this fucking hook is fire. Like, it's a wonderful hook. But what he just did on that second half of the track, man. Boom. What? Come on, bro. Doesn't get much better than this, man.
Cause I'm too hot so I can't see you, but baby don't get pissed off. Smoking Cali gas, fuck around and lift off. Fuck around and lift off. Running through these thoughts, I got a wife but she is not around. Come through with this chopper and this shit hold like 100 rounds. We pop another perk, then me and her might go 100 rounds. I go crazy off these jiggers out of Europe, counting hella pounds. I'm sick of running through these thoughts, I got a wife but she is not around. Come through with this chopper and this shit hold like 100 rounds. If we pop another perk, then me and her might go 100 rounds.
This hook is fucking fantastic, bro. As I talk over it, sorry. Hundred rounds, my friends. 100 rounds is no joke. That's my favorite track so far, no doubt about it. We got Snacks in the chat saying, holy that flow. Exactly. Holy that flow. The second half of that track just is the perfect like talent show that this guy needs to have about halfway through his project. Like if you're not switching up into like this, like if you're impressed, like let me show you what else I can do. That's when you start pulling out the hat tricks. Like you've already sold the people. If they're in for your album, I think they're going to keep going, man. I don't think they're going to stop because this album is very tightly knit. Like I keep saying, the Internet Money crew know how to just refine artists to their best fucking core and give them that nice polish and send them out into the world for record deals and such to hit them in the face. But 100 rounds, man. It didn't have to be that good, but it was. Track number 6, this is Codeine Punch. Let's go.
Lot of time that I take on this rolling, yeah. This little daddy wanna start fucking money on the regular. I can get your horses on my paddock, I don't need to flirt. I just took this yucky, that bitch made my stomach hurt. If the opposite start from high top, sipping codeine.
What up, Fonz? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're live, brother. We're live. This is real. This is me in the flesh. And we got Dro Kenji just coming through with one of the most interesting albums of this year, in my opinion. As far as like a first impression, I know Eric DOA was just last week, and that was a great first impression. But this is so just, it's like one of those things where you hear a song and you're like, oh, this has to have millions of plays, right? But before the fucking album listening party began, I looked it up, and the most plays this guy has on a YouTube track is 1,200 plays. So it's like, we're in the groundworks, man, and this is it. This is the coming out party for Mr. Dro Kenji, and as far as like a seal of approval, whatever the fuck this small channel means, you got it, man. You got it. Not even joking, dude. This is not a typical album for me to enjoy to this degree, but so far this is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I needed. Like sometimes you got to cleanse the palate. Sometimes when you get you get too much Young Gravy in your life, you get too much Eric DOA, you know, like there can't be too much Young Gravy and Eric DOA. They're both great, but sometimes you got to come through with a Dro Kenji, just be like, oh. Thank you all for tuning in. Next up, we got the track Friend. Let's jump into this thing. This is track number 7.
Nick, you're stupid.
I might like to party on. I simply not wrong. This bitch a demon when we fuck. I think of pussy 101. No, I ain't stressing about no doubt. I play these bitches for fun. I'm stacking money in the cherry on my net. They only love you when you go down. Really truck flow down. If you don't push up in this ride, get your bitch soaking. Yeah, all my diamonds flawless. Might be like 10 racks on my head. Yeah, I know most these niggas phony. I don't need no friends. Goddamn, I run to the money like Flash. I got good Giuseppe on my key. I got these from out of fashion. I keep Caro in my cabin. So him lean, but only half. I do 180 tryna dodge. They won't catch me in this package. I might like to party on. I simply not wrong. This bitch a demon when we fuck. I think of pussy 101. No, I ain't stressing about no thought, I play these bitches for fun. I'm stacking money in the jury on my net way of fun. When you go there, Billy truck floating. Finna push up in this Rari, get your bitch soaking. Yeah, all my diamonds flawless, might be like 10 racks with my hand. Yeah, I know most these niggas phony, I don't need they no only friend. Love you when you go there. Billy truck floating. Finna push up in this Rari, get your bitch soaking. Yeah, all my diamonds flawless, might be like 10 racks with my hand. Yeah, I know most these niggas phony, I don't need they no only friend. Love you when you go there. Billy truck floating. Finna push up in this Rari, get your bitch soaking. Yeah, all my diamonds flawless, might be like 10 racks with my hand. Yeah, I know most these niggas phony, I don't need no friends.
Still with those like weird outros. Not weird, just distinct, I guess. Like he's really committed to those longer, elongated outros. You know, Friend, track number 7, I'm gonna be real with you guys. That was probably the worst track on the whole album, in my opinion. But it doesn't, like, you just had 6 tracks of just fun. Like fucking fun. 100 Rounds, Codeine Punch. Those 2 tracks, I don't know, man. I don't think much beats it right now. Nothing could really bring me down as far as this being an independent artist, this being my first introduction, this being probably his first real project release under this name. You can't ask for more, really. You can't. But we are almost to the end of this project. Track number 8. This is Hey! Exclamation point. Let's go.
This is what you cooking.
Hey, 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 my heart won't allow. I don't wanna have to stress about my feelings, that shit so played out. You don't treat me like you love me, you just run your mouth. I'm a super rich nigga, come and hop up in this lamb ho. Rory finna slam dog, fucking on this fan I bet this codeine in my liver, take me out, I won't get lamb ho. Running through these bands dog, fucking on this stand ho. Hey, hey, hey. Never loved this slut, she just tryna drain my neck. She was calling till my phone died, little mama be on one. I called a bitch like OBJ, then wash my mouth and kiss my back. I said I'm sorry, will you ever forgive me, baby? Stress me the fuck out, I swear you driving me crazy. This bitch tried to break my heart in 2, but that didn't faze me. Look all around yourself, count this cash and heal my heart with no help. Hey, 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 my heart won't allow. I don't wanna have to stress about my feelings, that shit so played out. You don't treat me like you love me, you just run your mouth. I'm a super rich nigga, come and hop up in this lamb ho. Rory finna slam dog, fucking on this fan I bet this codeine in my liver, take me out, I won't get lamb ho. Running through these bands dog, fucking on this stand ho. Hey, 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 I said hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 I said please tell me that you here to love me right.
I really like the concept of that track. Like, really like the concept. Like, the way he's yelling out, hey, don't forget about me. These long intros, man. That song had more heart than any other song that I said had a lot of heart on this thing. Like, I'll take it all back. If I have to put all my chips in one pot, that's the pot we're throwing it in. There's also, I didn't point it out, but on track number 6, Codeine Punch, he hits again these like crazy falsettos. Like, and I don't know if it's a full falsetto, but dude, the way he rides like that, like high pitchedness, but then can bring it right back down. It wasn't as like, let me really try to hit these high notes, but still the difference in like the hey having a higher octave than the rest of the tracks really just emphasizes like this cry for help type of thing. And just as a concept of a track, that was a fucking home run, no doubt about it. And Nick Hagyard in the chat just said fucking fire, and I can't disagree there, my friend. I really can't. Going forward, though, we're pretty much at the end of this damn project, this fantastic introductory project from Mr. Joe Kenji. Track number 9, Pop Out.
Since it's what you cooking.
I might pop out. Yeah, I'm the hottest in my city. No, these niggas ain't on shit. Yeah, I'll pop out with this chopper. It's got a little extra kick. I tell her drop down. She could be my East Atlanta bitch. Yeah, we been flying in this coupe and I won't slow down. Watch my money run on rapidly and I slow down. She know I need her location when I touch down. I hate when I get in my head. No, I can't slow down. I keep a Glock with a beat cause I don't trust a nigga around here. Yeah, it's slow for you niggas, can't even breathe the same air. We way too up on you niggas, I really hate when they compare. I fuck the baddest thoughts in Cali, not impressed with the ones here. I feel like flexing, diamonds on this necklace, cost a heavy check, bitch. How could you stress about these hoes when you could run this shit off? I might pop out. Yeah, I'm the hottest in my city, no, these niggas ain't on shit. Yeah, I'll pop out with this chopper, it's got a little extra kick. I tell her drop down, she could be my East Atlanta bitch. Yeah, we been flying in this coupe and I won't slow down. Watch my money run on rapidly and I slow down. She know I need her location when I touch down. I hate when I get in my head, no, I can't slow down.
There's still 50 seconds left on this track, and it's an interlude, bro. The whole album is an interlude on the outros, and I'm just baffled. It's such a cool creative choice, and it's underwritten and it won't be mentioned, but this is a really strong creative choice right here. Like, he's definitely winning me over with these like creative ass choices that he's making at the end of these tracks, where he's extending the beat, but it's almost like it has like so many other instruments accompanying it to where it feels like a different part of the song. Like it's almost gonna lead into something, but then before you know it, you're just leading into the other track. So it's very cool, and I think seamlessly, the way it's stitching together, if I wasn't pausing this fucking thing between tracks and talking for 17 minutes between each track, I think we would feel like how it stitches together the album as a whole a lot better. But so sorry if I ruined that effect, but I can identify, I see what he's doing, and I think it does play the album in a whole different light. And that's, again, where it blends into him just having a lot of heart on this record. Like, again, he's a rookie, or I guess a freshman, if you will. But the way he's tackling even generic sounding stuff, like with Pop Out or Friend being like my two tracks that I wasn't as big of a fan of on this project, they're still great tracks. And he's still doing things that isn't necessarily new in hip hop, but his addition to it is like he has this veteran status already. Like he has this confidence, or he wants it so bad that the confidence is there, and his implementation is flawless on this thing, man. Like whoever he's working with, we know it's internet money, but producer wise, specifically within that camp, whoever it exactly is, it's a cool team. And the way that Joe Kenji is just bursting out on the scene, man, I don't know. It's so fucking good. This album's great. Joe Kenji. Unfortunately, though, this is our final track. We got Pistols and Tears, which is, I would say, is the titular track, but the album's called Tears and Pistols, so it's flipped, you know? A little fun fact there. Nothing gets past me, guys. Nothing. Shout out to 27 in the chat.
In a brand new range, shawty tryna pull my strings. Peggy got me going up, 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 atmosphere. Counting money, I remain right here. In a brand new range. Shawty tryna pull my strings. Peggy got me going up, out of space atmosphere. I been fighting, can you tell from all these pistols and tears? Pistols and tears, pistols and tears. Hollow tips everywhere, yeah, there's blood everywhere. Smoke everywhere when I'm high, I don't care. Diamonds flooded on this patty, put my wrist in the air. Changing. Bitches don't mean shit to me, I hate it. Blowing down a pound. They don't know shit about me, but they claim they know me now. Water beer smelling like a pound. How to give a fuck, cause I be high. How you tryna cuff a bitch who never ride? I love counting all this money, watch the paper get old. Money stacking, keep us saving different area codes. In a brand new range. Shawty tryna pull my strings. Peggy got me going up, out of space atmosphere. Counting money, I remain right here. In a brand new range. Shawty tryna pull my strings. Peggy got me going up, out of space atmosphere. I been fighting, can you tell from all these pistols and tears?
I don't have many pistols, but I have a lot of tears for you. Jesus, though. Like, come on, Dro Kenji. Come on, dude. Come on. You're making too catchy music. It's almost like someone just pumped you in a lab with a bunch of steroids before recording this album and just said, hey, let's make something that sounds like a lot of stuff. It's not a lot of, I'm not going to say it's not a lot of original music, because it's all original music. But the way that he is tackling these sounds that should kind of come across as stale to us, like the way that he is putting his spin and adding his voice into the void that is very saturated, but he's still able to kind of feel original and do his own thing and experiment on a lot of different levels, like the melody, the vocal performance, the heart on this thing. I am forever, until he gives me a reason not to, rooting for Dro Kenji. Because this album, as a first impression, as a first introductory album to your career, I think this guy, imagine him collaborating in a room with people, veterans of the industry, like get him in the room with other producers or other rappers, and just seeing what could come out of this is very, very interesting. Internet Money, man, they're kind of like the secret sauce for your first project. If you get involved with them, it always comes across at least very polished. If it's not for you, that is not necessarily going to happen every time. Not everything is for everybody, but you can't deny that whatever music this guy was making prior to this, it didn't sound this polished. It didn't sound this fucking good. And the guy's talented. They didn't just boost him in, unless, like I said, secret lab, secret serum, maybe, got a little secret sauce pumped in his veins. Steroids, baby. Did anyone check this man for steroids before he released this album? I doubt it. So we don't know. There could be performance enhancing drugs here, but I have a hunch and just want to say that this guy's probably just naturally talented, and what he's going to be doing in the future is nothing short of exciting. And I'm very happy if anyone who did tune in live. I know we got 27 in the chat. Nick, Fawn, Snacks, bunch of you guys tuned in with me listening to this whole thing. Thank you very much. I hope today is the day. If I don't already have it, I earned your subscription. If not, please follow me on Twitter at YoGarrett, YoGRTT. Instagram as well. Now in rotation on those two platforms as well. Take care of yourselves, and that is all, you beautiful folk.